Alright, what is up everybody? My name is DJ and welcome to... Well, actually, I don't even have a channel yet. I haven't even created this channel yet. Don't even know the name. Haven't even, like I said, I haven't created the channel yet. So I'm just going to say my name is DJ and welcome to basically a sports channel. Today I'll be doing some just wacky stuff from sports, including, or like that's just what my channel is about. But what I'm going to be doing today is a 32 team NFL bracket. All teams make it. We have the AFC on the left, NFC on the right. Let me go and pull up the bracket right now on screen. So there should be the bracket right there. And as you can see, like I said, all 32 teams, March Madness style with a 1 through 16, 2 15, on and on and on. Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4, on and on and on, everything like that. And this is as of current standings of Week 10 is Wednesday, the November 13th. Current standings. So I'm going to go and run through all the games, the brackets. I'll note out the good games, and I'll take my guess in the Final Four. And I want you guys to take your guess down in the comments too. I'm going to go with, let's see, Colts and Ravens to the AFC. And for the NFC, I'm going to go with Seahawks and Packers. So that's my Final Four guess. Drop yours down below. Anything can happen. This is going to be a wild bracket. Obviously, we have some key matchups with 1 and 16. So obviously, we could say Patriots win it. But no team is safe. Bengals could easily win this game. So I'm going to go and run down the entire bracket, starting with the AFC. So you have Bengals at Patriots, Titans at Colts, Browns at Bills, Broncos at Chiefs, Chargers at Steelers, Dolphins at Texans, Jaguars at Raiders, and Jets at Ravens. Some key matchups in divisions, including Chiefs, Broncos, Colts, Titans, and I think that's it on the AFC side, to be honest. AFC side, not that cool, but moving on to the NFC, we have Redskins, 49ers, Rams at Panthers, Cardinals at Seahawks, Buccaneers at Cowboys, Lions at Vikings, Falcons at Saints, Bears at Eagles, and Giants at Packers. I can say real quick, good matchups in NFC, way better than AFC. We have good division matchups, like I said. Saints, Falcons, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks, Cardinals, and then we also have Panthers, Rams, Eagles, Bears. And yeah, this is going to be a fun bracket, so make your guess down below. And we're going to jump right into number 1, Patriots versus Bengals. Here we go. And just like that, the number 1 Patriots moving on versus the number 16 seeded Bengals. 24-7 might actually make it 24-7 is the final score. No surprise here. Number 1 seed moving on to face the winner of Colts and Titans. Here we are at Lucas Oil Stadium. It is a 8-point game. Tennessee's ball with 1:40 left on the clock. They have to make a move now if they want to send this thing to OT, because they can't win this game. It's an 8-point game. They got to get the touchdown and 2-point conversion. Let's see what they do here. Tennessee lining up at the 30. Shotgun formation with 1 in the backfield. Pump fake. Is he going to send it deep? He's just getting a good pass to midfield. Oh, there's a flag, though. This could be crucial. It could be coming right back. Let's see. Face mask defense, and that is a big win for the Tennessee Titans. Just giving them the juice to get right to the end zone and score that touchdown. 2 people in the backfield. Looks like another pass play, like always. He's going to get sacked. You cannot take that. They could probably have to call a timeout or hurry up. It is now 3rd and 18. What a delivered by the Colts defense after getting a horrible face mask penalty. My apologies. They go no huddle, almost at the 40-yard line. They get 18 yards here. He's plenty of time in the pocket. Going to launch one deep, wide open, another flag. Who is it on? Is it an offense or defense? Illegal touching. You can do that, and that is backing him up to 4th and 8. Actually, no, they're going to decline, go 4th and 18. Is that what they're going to do? And that is a really smart play by the Colts. They have 1 more shot. 4th and 18. Here's the final play, or could be the final play of the Titans. 2 people in the backfield, 2 receivers. Might be 3. I can't see the other one. Dude in motion. Not going to run the ball. Almost getting sacked. Good block by that halfback. He is going to air it out for a pick. Thought it was wide open, and that one should do it for the Indianapolis Colts. What a game, actually. Pretty good ending. The Colts should just be able to kneel the clock away and move on to face the number 1 Patriots. Final score, 23-15 Colts. And here we are at New Era Field. The Buffalo Bills are about to line up in victory formation against the Cleveland Browns. Final score 20-13. Almost stuff offsides. No hustle. You guys have already lost. The Bills moving on to play. I don't even know. I don't even remember. They're going to pass here. An interesting call. But that should do it. And moving on to the next game. And here we are. Nighttime. Kansas City. Arrowhead. Kansas City with 500 total yards about. Kansas City's going to walk away with a win. Victory formation or not, whatever they're going to do at the goal line. Final score. Looks like they're actually going to run a play. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they can flex a few more points on the board. Because why not? Let's see what Mahomes is going to do. Mahomes is actually on fire right now. Yes, I know Mahomes is hurt in real life, but I'm just playing with the actual rosters right now. Mahomes is going to do a quick route and touchdown. And that should be the final score of the game. What is the final score? Good domination of performance for the Chiefs. 40-24. It's actually not the final score, but you know the outcome. Moving on. Okay, we are at Heinz Stadium, and it is a 7-point game. What a good game we have here. I know this is going to be a great match from the AFC. 29-22 Pittsburgh, and actually they're really close to goal line. I didn't think they're in the red zone. I didn't think about this. Phillip Rivers drops back. Oh, he's going to get some pressure. Oh, you got to throw the ball. Luckily, you have all 3 timeouts. Not going to call a timeout, though. Questionable move. But looks like they're going to go all here. Hurry up. No huddle. 1 minute left on the clock. You got to score the touchdown. Force the OT. Or go all or nothing. Go for 2. No huddle. 1 minute left. 25-yard line. He's going to throw in. Wide open. Will he get the touchdown? No. Stopped around the 4-yard line. And 50 seconds left. I like their ball moving right now. No timeouts needed. Just take it slow. Let the time tick down. And he'll get this touchdown and play for overtime. I think that's what they're going to go for at least. Here's a quick replay. Phillip Rivers. Good dot to Keenan Allen. 5-yard line. Phillip Rivers got to make the throw. Oh, you had a wide open Hunter Henry and you just completely miss it. 2nd and goal. 7-point game. 30 seconds left on the clock. Chargers line up. 2nd and goal. You run that one in. And you get Keenan Allen on a good crossing route. Or actually not a crossing route, more like a slant route. And it is now a 1-point game. It is their choice of decision. Kick the field goal, go for 2. The Steelers get the ball to start the overtime. The Steelers need to move to the passing game with Mason Rudolph. They have to trust their quarterback here. Running the game. Mason Rudolph with plenty of time. Airs the ball deep for a wide open. Is that Juju? It is not Juju. He is running. He has gone the distance. That is game winner. Johnson. And I thought that was Juju. Johnson making his name for himself with an overtime game winner. Good dime by Mason Rudolph. And that sends the Chargers packing back to LA. Number 6 Steelers moving on. What a game. And typical Dolphins throwing a pick 6. I didn't get the entire thing, but yeah, this game's over. What is that? 38-8. My expectations were a lot higher. No upsets yet. So Texans moving on. And we have a good game in the Oakland Coliseum. It is a field goal up for the Raiders. Or my bad, extra point. And this game is tied 32 apiece. And it is now up to the Jaguars offense to close this game out. Here comes Nick Foles. Gotta throw the ball. And he gets sacked from behind. You have to get rid of that ball. And they're gonna let time tick. And the Raiders, 2 timeouts. John Gruden as head coach. Derek Carr as quarterback. Can make something happen and take a dub at Oakland Coliseum. Punting the ball away. Almost made it there. And what a good punt. Over the head. Going to go into the end zone. Get a touchback. Good job not taking that punt. Now, they have about 50 yards to go. And they could possibly win this game with a game-winning field goal. Here's Tyrell Williams with 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Maybe Derek Carr will implement him in this drive. And he's going to air deep. Wide open. He got the field goal line. And he's going to get out of bounds with 8 seconds left. If the Raiders are careful, they can run one more play, call the timeout, and take this field goal for the win. Looks like they'll take the field goal right at his target line. Here comes the snap. Kick is up. And kick is good. Raiders lead by 3. And here we go. Nick Foles with one play left in him. Can he get some magic? Has to go 80 yards. Airs the ball deep. And, oh, if someone would have broke out of that, would have been game. But the Raiders close it out with an outstanding final drive from Derek Carr and the kicker. The Raiders moving on. No upsets yet. I'm liking this playoff bracket. Good game played by both teams. Final score 35-32. Raiders moving on. And the Jets are still alive. They had to get a touchdown and 2-point conversion. What a pass by Sam Darnold. 8-point game. 1 minute and 15 left on the clock. Not looking too good. They have played their hearts out. They still have a chance. Not saying it's over. Darnold lining up with no other than Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. Like I said, touchdown and 2-point conversion ties it. Sam Darnold gets sacked. And that is a timeout taken. And what is that? Is that a 4th and 8? You have to go for this. Let's see what they can make out of it. Sam Darnold has plenty of time to pass the ball. Someone has to get open. And he just throws the ball off target. And that will do it. Number 2 Ravens surviving the number 15 Jets. Final score 35-27. Yes, you are seeing this right. The 49ers are tied with the Redskins. Midfield 49ers. Garoppolo throws a great pass. He's going to get 15, 20, about 25 yards off of it. And just like that, they're in field goal range to take a lead. They're going for the touchdown, obviously, with a minute left. They have to manage their time wisely because the Redskins can still drive down and score. They're going for the touchdown, and they got the touchdown. I mean, 7 points is better than 3 points, but the Redskins, with 50 seconds left on the clock, can still make a move. Dwayne Haskins going to throw a quick slant route. Not the best play call. You got to do a hurry up. Get on that line. Snap a ball. Do a play. Whatever. You're wasting too much time, Redskins. Not the best play you want to do. There goes 10 seconds off the clock. They're not playing for a win, seems like. That wasted about 20 seconds. Not ideal. Not even a first down either. Dwayne Haskins with plenty of time. The pocket is collapsing, and there he goes. Down the Buckner with 4 sacks. That might be the difference today. 5 sacks, 4 going to that man right there. And the Redskins are going to let this one tick down. 49ers winning it 28-21. Just barely surviving. Little scary path for the 49ers now. If they can barely beat the 16 seed, who knows what's in their future. However, though, win's a win. 49ers move on 28-21. Almost got sacked. Had to air the ball deep. Wide open. They are in field goal range. I don't know how that just happened. He went from being a sack to wasting so much time to just throwing the ball up and getting it done. Now the Panthers can play for the win. Look how close for a sack that was. I think it was Clay Matthews. He airs the ball up. And what a catch by whoever that was. I don't even know. Good effort by Kyle Allen. They have a chance to win this game. He's going to air to the touchdown. 10. Oh, and he falls around the 10-ish. The Rams are eager for the win. They don't want that field goal. Or not the Rams. Sorry, the Panthers. I'm getting them confused. Good matchup we have right here. No huddle with 25 seconds left for the Panthers. Panthers want the entire game right in the bag. He gets sacked. Brought down. You have to get on the line and snap this ball for a field goal. You're going to settle for overtime. Good sack by Aaron Donald to keep the Rams alive. It looks like they're just going to line up for a field goal most likely. Hey, let's go. They're going to run up. Wait, what are they doing? Rams, what are the Panthers doing? Panthers just... My voice is cracking. I can't just believe what... Rivera, what are you doing? The Panthers just choked the game. Why don't you kick the field goal? I have no words. Rams with the first win. Upset win. Number 9 Rams and the number 8 Panthers, not the biggest upset. But what are the Panthers doing? Oh my goodness. Final score 31-28. Good game, but Panthers, oh my goodness. That is depressing. And it looks like the Seahawks are going to close this game out 20-13. They actually have a chance to score more points. So what are they going to do here? They're going to run the ball. A play action pass. Almost picked. Questionable call by the Seahawks. I am really confused at what the Madden play calling is doing right now. You guys have already won. Just kneel the ball. Oh, wait, it's third down. You don't want to pick. That was the last thing you wanted. Oh, now they're going to kneel the ball. Okay. Well, 49ers, Seahawks winning. Looks like the clock is 1 second off. Well, anyways, Seahawks are probably going to win 23-13 after they kick this field goal. Expected win, Seahawks. Moving on. And here in the Buccaneers, trailing at 13 points. Airing the ball out. Ooh, almost a catch. They're going to fight for this, but I'm pretty sure Cowboys will walk away with the win. With plenty of time, and almost does a pick, and that is game. Cowboys win 24-11. And that should do it. The Minnesota Vikings just straight up dominating the Lions 45-17. And the Lions, their path here is just going to get a little bit harder and harder and harder. They have one of the hardest paths, being the number 6 seed. As time expires, Vikings, good win. Moving on to the next round. And I cannot get the final seconds of it in, but how about this? The Atlanta Falcons, under Matt Ryan, 5 touchdowns, 333 passing yards, beat the Saints at the Superdome by 22 points. Our first major upset. Falcons win 42-20. Sorry I couldn't get any clips in. I was just a little too late on the simulation. But how about the Falcons showing who's boss, pulling up the Mercedes-Benz and just saying, you know what, we feel like winning by almost 3 scores. Matter of fact, it was like 2 scores. But anyways, Falcons, the major upset. How about that? And it looks like the Eagles, wearing all black in night at Philadelphia, is able to get it done at Lincoln Financial, or whatever the name of the stadium is. I don't know, but Eagles 21-17. That should be the final score. Eagles moving on to play the winner of the Packers and Giants, the final game of round 1. Here we go. And as a Packers fan myself, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Never in 1,000 years would we lose to the Giants by 30 points. It looks like that's going to be the case. The biggest upset in the NFC and the entire bracket goes to the Giants. The number 15 Giants being the number 2 Packers. How about that? I'm not really happy about it being a Packers fan, but oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. Way to go Giants for sticking in and topping the Falcons with the biggest upset. Of course, the NFC had a few more upsets. NFC was a little bit more crazy than AFC. And with this game, it will conclude the round 1. So we're moving on to the Sweet 16. The Packers getting upset by the New York Giants. Crazy. 41-13 final score, at least, hopefully. Moving on to the Sweet 16 after I show you the bracket results. Alright, that concludes the first round of the 32 NFL team bracket. And moving on to the Sweet 16. Let's go and jump right into this. I'm going to go and tell you the matchups right now. Starting with the AFC, we have Patriots, Colts, Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans, and Raiders, Ravens. Moving to the NFC, we have Rams, 49ers, Cowboys, Seahawks, Falcons, Vikings, and Giants, Eagles. Some quick takeaways from the first round before we jump to the Sweet 16. How about the upsets in the NFC with the Falcons beating the Saints and the Packers? Not the Packers, the Giants beating the Packers. Nothing much happened in the AFC other than the best team won. Simple enough. But moving into the Sweet 16, we have some good key matchups like 49ers, Rams, Seahawks, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Vikings, Falcons. The whole entire NFC is juicy. AFC, Patriots, Colts, good matchup. Steelers, Texans, and I think those are the best matchups. So let's go jump right into the Sweet 16 starting now. And down goes the number 1 Patriots. Tom Brady just throwing a pick in clutch time. Not going to happen. And just like that, Rock Ya-Sin with the pick. Pretty good contestant right there. The number 1 seeded Patriots. Yes, we have the first number 1 seed to fall. Loses to the Colts with a score of 30-17. They're in victory formation now with Jacoby Brissett behind the center. And so far, my prediction's right. The Colts can still make the Final Four. I'm pretty sure this busted a lot of Final Fours. Moving on to the next game. Down goes number 1 Patriots. Big upset. And down goes the Bills, getting sacked in the final play right in the middle of the Chiefs logo at Arrowhead. Chiefs with a good performance against the number 5 Bills. Chiefs are moving on to play the Colts. Number 4 Chiefs, number 8 Colts. What a good matchup for our first matchup in the Elite 8. Moving on. And here we are, the Texans down by 2 scores. They might actually score here. The chances of getting the onside back is really low, but let's see what the Texans can do. And no, he's not going to get past the goal line. What are you doing? You got to run into the goal, and he's just going to... I have no idea what they was doing. Well, they're probably going to win the game anyways. The Steelers, with another upset, walk out of NRG Stadium, beating the number 3 seeded Texans. Good win with the Steelers. Steelers with a tough road ahead and a tough road they've already gone through. Moving on to the next game. And well, I didn't get any footage, but this game didn't end really pleasing anyways. 24-6 final score. Ravens obviously winning it as number 2 seed. Moving on to play the Steelers. And every team in the AFC has punched their ticket to the Elite 8. Moving on to the NFC. Let's see the other 4 teams that make it to the Elite 8. And how about this? The Rams leading the 49ers 36-27. 49ers still have a chance though. They're around the 5-yard line. They get a touchdown here and possibly get an onside kick, but they only have 20 seconds left. Everything must go their way if they want to stay alive. Here comes the 49ers with their last shot. Number 1 seed. About to get upset by number 9 seed. Jimmy Garoppolo. Pass. Way over the head of 19, which I think is Samuel. And that might do it, actually. That might be game. I don't think they'll be able to do anything, even scoring a touchdown here. So, just like that, the Sweet 16 is not the place you want to be if you're number 1 seed, as the Patriots fall to the Colts in the AFC. And now the 49ers looking like they're about to fall to the Rams by a 2-possession game, unless they get the touchdown here. Let's see what they do. Jimmy Garoppolo has plenty of time again, and they get the... What even happened there? Typical Madden physics. I don't even know. Can't explain that. They still haven't got it. 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and that should do it. Another great upset. Upset after upset is happening right now in the playoffs. And if you chose 49ers in the top 4, well, just like that, you're wrong. Moving on to the next game. And here we are at AT&T Stadium following another upset. Though it's not the biggest upset, technically still is. The number 5 Seahawks in victory formation with Russell Wilson leading the pack, wearing their nice bright lima bean jerseys, beat the Dallas Cowboys 35-31 as time is going to expire from the victory formation kneel. And just like that, upsets and upsets are just happening, and we're seeing a good bracket just form. Looks like the Seahawks will punch their ticket into the Elite 8, following the Rams with a good divisional matchup up ahead. And we have 2 more games to go. until we hit the Elite Eight. And the Vikings just building onto the resume as they are beating every team in their way by multiple scores. Last game, they beat the Lions by like 30 points, and they're going to beat the Falcons by 20, 21 actually, but still, great performance, even though they're not the best teams they're facing. Good domination ahead, and they have some real challenge coming up ahead with this NFC bracket, and then possibly make the Super Bowl, play the best team in the AFC. Final play of the Vikings. Falcons looking to get some points on the board, not going to happen, and that one should do it. 34-13, final score for Minnesota. And the Cinderella story for the Giants continues. The Giants, after beating the number 2 Packers in victory formation over their division rival, the number 7 Eagles. Giants, being the second worst team in the NFC, are moving on to the Elite Eight. Who would have thought this team has a chance to play for the Final Four under a rookie quarterback, Daniel Jones, and currently in real life a 2-8 record? The final snap will run the ball. And another blowout win too. I didn't mention that. First game they won by 30 points. How about this one, 31-6? It's like they're not even a 15 seed. They're playing like they are the 1 seed. Giants win a crazy one. Upset after upset keeps on happening, and that is the end of Sweet 16. Before we hit the Elite Eight, let me show you the bracket results, and we have a few more good games to go, and this playoffs is over. So let's just start with this. Sweet 16 is over, and it was just crazy. Complete madness. Upsets keep on happening, and I'm going to start with the new matchups and the takeaways from the Sweet 16. Like I said, the upsets. The Steelers beating the Texans, the Colts beating the Patriots, Rams beating 49ers, Seahawks beating Cowboys, and don't even know how this happened. The number 15 Giants beating the Eagles, the second worst team in the NFC, have beat the number 2 seed and the number 7 seed. So, takeaways are obviously the upsets from this round. And moving on to the Elite Eight to see who plays in the Final Four. Let's get these matchups. We have the Colts at the Chiefs, the Steelers at the Ravens, the Rams at the Seahawks, and the Giants at the Vikings. These are our final 8 teams. Let's see who plays in the Final Four. And I wonder if your guys' predictions for the Final Four are still correct, because mine sort of is. Obviously, the Packers, we're not going to talk about that. Moving on to the Elite Eight. And well, I think it's safe to say the Colts have been stunned by the Chiefs at Arrowhead. No matter what they do here, that's going to be game. It's time. It's going to take down. I don't even know why they call a timeout. They're losing by almost 30 points. Chiefs 41-13. Hopefully that's the final score. We're going to move on anyways because we know who won this game. The Chiefs are the first team to punch their ticket into the Final Four. So the Colts ended up making it. Well, one of my predictions is wrong. Moving on to the other game of the AFC. And finally, we have a thrilling matchup where we actually can have a game-winning score. The Ravens, the number 2 seed versus the number 6 Steelers. They have a lot of yards to go, and actually it's a 4th and 5. Didn't even notice. This could be the last play of the game right here. Lamar Jackson needs to work his magic. He can run for it, and he will. He gets so many yards. 30. Oh my goodness. Lamar Jackson doing what he does best. You can see their sideline all reacting. Lamar Jackson putting his team on his shoulders right now. They need a touchdown to win this game. I'm impressed that he was able to get that run off of there. He just bolted off. He saw an opening and just bolted off. Out of their own territory now. Got a little bit of breathing room. Actually, a lot of breathing room. And he's just going to launch it. Oh my goodness. He might. Oh, I thought he had it. I think that was Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown right there. I thought he had it like he'd outrun the ball. 2nd and 10 with 35 seconds left on the clock. It's up to the Ravens. All or nothing. Ravens go home here, or actually they already are home. They can lose. Good coverage. Lamar Jackson might just run again because that's what he does best. 20 yards on it. Slide. No huddle is what you got to do, and they're just driving. 5-point game right now. They have to score a touchdown. Like I said, no field goal would help. They called the timeout kind of late with 20 seconds left, and they're in field goal range, but like I said, it does not matter. So they have about 45-ish, 40 yards to go, and they win the game. So as of the moment, Lamar Jackson has really put this drive on his shoulders. He's done all the work with two 20-yard plus runs, and he's going to air one deep. Just a giant puddle, and not puddle, but really almost getting intercepted. This is why I should not be a commentator. Not the smartest play call with 5 seconds down from that. 20 seconds were left, now 15. You're going to have to run that play again. Hopefully someone gets open. Lamar Jackson needs a prayer. Might need another breakaway run, but you got to get out of bounds, though. Lobs another one deep. Flag. It's almost caught. There's a flag, though. Let's see what this is. Holding offense. That's not good. That backs him up 10 yards, and there's 9 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 20. About 48-yard line. 1 or 2 more plays left. Looks like one. He's going to air it deep. And there's still time for one more play. The chances are low. But is there a miracle left in Lamar Jackson? Here goes the final play. It is up to Lamar Jackson. And a receiver to get open. Good O-line blocking. He's going to lob it deep. And... oh, just barely dropped. Madden physics had to happen. And that would do it. The Steelers, with a great upset against one of their rivals. Final score 19-14. Mason Rudolph really doing all the work right now as a Steelers quarterback. Number 6 Steelers moving on to the Final Four to play the Chiefs. And who would have thought they'd be in this position? Not me. Moving on to the NFC. We have both our AFC teams. Time to figure out the NFC team. And here we have another good matchup between the Rams and Seahawks. It is a 20-20 game, and it looks like Russell Wilson, this blitz radar, you can see who's blitzing. It's kind of cool. Run the ball. It's a 4th down now. They are in field goal range, though, so will they take the field goal? I'm pretty sure they will. And up to the Rams with a minute left if they make the field goal. We can get a highlight of this run real quick by Chris Carson. It looks like the Seahawks will most likely bring on the field goal unit with a minute left. Sean McVay has to figure something out with this offense in a minute, or less than a minute now. 40 seconds in no timeouts. First, we got to start with this kick. If it's no good, then that'll be a problem. Kick is up. Straight down the middle, 23-20, Seahawks lead. Now it's time for the Rams to answer back. Seahawks kicking the ball off for a 30-second run for the Rams. Let's see if they get something done. They'll get a return off of this. And they'll get it to 28-29 yard line. Not bad. And they have to drive for the field goal to send overtime. Or they can drive for that touchdown and move on to the Final Four. Let's see what Jared Goff has in mind with this Rams offense under Sean McVay. Like I said, under 30 seconds to go and no timeouts. So they're in a sticky situation, but they can make something happen with this receiving core with Cooks and Cup and Gurley. Looks like they will run the ball, get a flag, questionable call to run the ball. Didn't matter because it's a holding call, and the Rams offense is just shutting down right now. Loss of like 8 seconds, and now another loss of 10 yards as well, and they had to pass the ball now. Interesting call. Good pass. You gotta hurry up and spike that ball, though. You gotta be quick, Zerloin has a really good range, I know that. He's a great kicker, but you gotta spike this ball. Looks like Rams are just gonna let the clock run out. They're gonna pull the Panthers. And I have no idea what exactly just happened. They just pulled a Panthers versus the team they beat. They learned something from the team they beat earlier on in the first round. Rams, what are you doing? You have to get up and spike the ball. Does Madden have any physics at all? Just like that, the Seahawks move on. And a good game, but Rams, I don't know what I just watched. But 23-20 final score. Seahawks punched their ticket to the Final Four. One more game left until we hit the Final Four. And believe it or not, the Cinderella story lives on. The number 15 Giants do not know how they're doing it. Do not know what type of cheat code is on their team right now. Do not know if it is Daniel Jones. The New York Giants are heading to the Final Four after winning all 3 games. Keep in mind they played the Packers, Eagles, and Vikings, 3 of the top NFC seeds. The scariest NFC teams, if I can say the least. 3 to the least. And beating them by like 20 plus points. I don't know if it's Saquon Barkley. I don't know if it's this amazing Giants defense. No pun intended, because it probably sucks in real life. But somehow, the Giants beating the Vikings 33-10. I thought the Vikings were the front runners to win it all. Not anymore. Giants moving on to the Final Four. Cinderella story lives on. And let's take a look at our bracket before we hit the Final Four and then the Super Bowl. So, here we look at our bracket as we hit the Final Four, and we have 2 major takeaways, and that is 2 upsets, which are one of them. I just can't believe this still. Chiefs beating the Colts, pretty decent game, the Chiefs winning by multiple scores. Seahawks and Rams, Rams choking, doing exactly what the Panthers did to them. Taste of their own medicine, I would say. Then we have the Steelers and Ravens, a good upset, and a division rival. Steelers end up winning this. And then I don't know how to explain this. The Giants, the 15 seed Giants, with Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones just carrying them to the Final Four, beat the Vikings, which was probably the best team left until they beat them. So now you look at the Chiefs, Steelers, Seahawks, and Giants in the Final Four. I don't know. I bet nobody got that right. Nobody at all. The only team I got right was the Seahawks. Nobody put Giants. I can see some people putting Chiefs and barely Steelers. I would say more Ravens and Texans. But here we are in the Final Four. Chiefs versus Steelers is the first game. Seahawks versus Giants, the other game. AFC and NFC Championship to play in the Super Bowl. The first ever 32-team NFL bracket Super Bowl up next. Let's finish the Final Four. And here we go. And Patrick Mahomes snaps the ball, sends one deep, one-handed grabbed by Tyreek Hill, and oh my goodness, Chiefs going crazy. Take a look at this one-hand grab by Tyreek Hill. Boom, just holds it in like it's nothing. Sorry if I don't sound too excited, probably because it's like 11 p.m. What a grab by Tyreek Hill. Whew. And they're 1 point away from taking the lead. 4th and 9. This could be game right here. It's up to the Steelers for an AFC title and a chance to play for the Super Bowl. Can they get it done? It's really crazy how this only happened because of that one-hand haul by Tyreek Hill. Steelers, 4th and 9. Bring the blitz. And it's picked off. And that is game. What an incredible performance by the Chiefs offense and defense. And they secure an AFC championship and are heading to the Super Bowl after they take this last play. Well, I hate to say this, but it looks like the Cinderella story has to come to a close. No matter what the Giants can do here, game is over. They'll call a timeout. No matter what even happens, they still lost. Good game with the Seahawks. And I just got to talk about the Giants real quick. Because to come into the Final Four after, first of all, beating the Packers, number 2 seed by 30. Beating the Eagles, number 10 seed by like 20. And then beating the number 6 Vikings by like 30. Crazy stuff to make it this far. And that is just the loveliness of having a 32 team bracket. And yeah, that's why they call it March Madness. 64 teams for a reason. He's going to get sacked in the last play. No even reason to call a timeout. Seahawks are the NFC champions and will play the Chiefs in the first ever 32 NFL team Super Bowl. Right after this. And on the screen right now is the final game, also known as the Super Bowl, of the 32 NFL team bracket. I know this video is incredibly long. If you made it this far, good for you, honestly, because this is the first ever video on my channel, and you just watched, I don't know, 40, 50 minute, maybe even an hour video of a 32 team bracket. If you made it this far, congrats. I gotta say that. So here we are in the Super Bowl. Seattle Seahawks, 85 overall. Kansas City Chiefs, 84 overall. Both teams have won 4 straight. Might as well make it 5 straight. Win the Super Bowl. Gonna be a good matchup. And here we go. See who wins it all. And here we are in the Super Bowl. 20 seconds left. And you can take a look at the scoreboard right now, and you already know what's gonna happen. Seahawks can try as best as they can with no timeouts and 20 seconds left. But more than likely, the Kansas City Chiefs are your Super Bowl champions. And let me correct myself there. The first ever 32-team NFL bracket Super Bowl champions. That's a mouthful, isn't it? And as the Seahawks are going to line up for possibly 1, 2, or 3 more plays, the Kansas City's defense and offense will celebrate with a high margin victory in Super Bowl LIV. Let's see what Russell Wilson can do in the final plays. Maybe get something done. Maybe pray for a miracle. And touchdown. Actually got it in. And the Seahawks don't count them out just yet. Good toe tap by DK Metcalf. They're going to take this extra point, and it is up to the onside kick. Good toe tap by DK Metcalf. It is up to the onside kick, like I said. Pylon cam, just barely getting it in. Clean touchdown. Will they go for 2? They got to go for 2 no matter what, so... Oh, it's a booth review. Let's see what the booth has to say about this.
The previous play is under review.
So here's a good look at DK Metcalf with a slight toe slide at the end. Don't think it's going to get overturned. Let's see what the refs say. The touchdown stands. Good call by the refs. They will kick the extra point, and they will pray for a miracle in the onside kick. And here goes the Seahawks onside kick. And it is too far. And the Chiefs recover the ball in the final play. Patrick Mahomes takes the knee, and with 10 seconds counting down, your Kansas City Chiefs are the 32 NFL team bracket Super Bowl champions. As you can see, celebrating with victory 38-30 over the Seahawks. And what a great bracket it was. Good result too. Really fun to do all this. As you can see, flies the red and yellow confetti. Just like that. Chiefs, Super Bowl champion. I wonder if anybody predicted this down below. I'll tell you right now, I did not think this would happen. I would think it would be like the Ravens, the AFC. Seahawks, I could see. Seahawks making the NFC championship, and the Super Bowl is more than likely. There was some crazy stuff happening in this bracket, but I gotta say, it was such a fun road, and hopefully they get to do this again. But this video is gonna take a hell of a long time to edit. And I ain't joking. So that is the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed my first ever video. I know it was a long one, but more short ones to come in the future, hopefully. So, Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champion in the 32